how was Trouble your sister?
Let me tell you what. It is true. So my mom was played by a woman named Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. That's an Italian name. You know that. My last name is Giuntoli, very Italian. And her last name is Taboni, Italian. I think there's something in the water over there. But no, it looks like she might be my sister. But no, she's not going to be my sister. A lot of people ask. Yeah, probably like way back we may have been related at some point. But no, she's just going to be a friend and a student.
Although I think one of Jacqueline's cousins randomly in real life married a Giuntoli.
There's like 9 Giuntolis in the United States. And yeah, a cousin of hers in San Francisco married a Giuntoli. By the way, whose father's first name was Bimbo. Bimbo Giuntoli. We are very Italian.
I have one more question.
Bring it.
When it was Monroe and Juliet, right?
Rosalie.
Rosalie. And you lost your power, your Grimm sense at the end. Were you kind of like mad?
At the end of the last season? I think I was very sad that I lost them. I don't think I was really mad. I felt like I lost a friend, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's something that came to actually come to love.
We got a TARDIS over here.
Go. Oh, perfect. Okay, I'm going to repeat it because it wasn't in the microphone. Does she think that Sergeant Wu is ever going to get his revenge on Nick and Hank? It's a very good question. It was a difficult moment to not tell him. And he saw that picture. That's right. Yeah, it was hard as Dave, the empath, to let him sit in this insanity and not tell him. But I wonder if they're ever going to have Reggie find out, Sergeant Wu find out. Yeah, I think right now we need somebody in the police force who is not, on the Scooby Gang. But yes, I would imagine once he finds out, he's just going to hold me down and slap me over and over and over. Because it's terrible. Really terrible.
Hi, I just wanted to say I absolutely love your show. I just have a question. So out of the weapon cabinet, which one is your favorite?
I'm like a Luddite. I forswear technology. I like the stick with the chain, with the ball, with the spikes on it. I think it's called, isn't it called a mace? Yeah. I have all these, I've got guns, I've got rifles, I've got swords, I just want to yeah.
My question actually is going to be the same, so you can see answer it.
Oh, lovely. Let me give you another one. The Canobo, which is just a baseball bat with spikes. Oh. Got it. I don't know, it's fun having him in the dark. I mean, that adds something to the show that we would lose. We lose.
But he does find the drawing in the season finale episode, so we at least know he's going to start asking questions.
By the way, if he doesn't, the actor Reggie Lee is going to spend a week trying to figure out why he's not asking questions. And he's going to make it.
He's not a good text yet, but really, come on now.
Yeah, exactly. When Juliet was scratched by the cat, how did she get that wounds on her
It's
head?
actually really neat. A little known fact is that in the pilot episode, my character was a baker. So, and we just sort of realized it just wasn't that dangerous, potentially, or wasn't going to add as much to the story as not even throwing muffins at people. I mean, and I'm obsessed with my dog, and I talk about it incessantly, and so eventually, by the time the show was picked up, they said, okay, you're going to be a veterinarian, which is really exciting for me, and so I love working, the scenes where I get to work with animals. There were 3 cats in that scene that looked exactly the same. The superstar cat was Mo.
All of them died on set, I'm sorry.
But Mo was so smart because I had little treats in my pocket, so I was totally bribing him. But I would say, paw, and he would act like he was scratching me, and then right before he would retract his claws.
That is very smart.
Yeah, which was so smart. So he would do that with the claws out, and then bring them in, and then later on they just added the blood. So it was really just a matter of pulling my hand back, but he never scratched me, which was awesome.
So there's this company that's in LA, and it happens also to be in Portland, Oregon, called Talented Animals. And that's who we work with. So they have exotic.
We had a baby tiger in the beginning. Right when we went back to season 3 to start filming, for some reason they were like, and here's the baby tiger.
Well, it's because they need to they get these new feral animals, and they need to, I guess ingratiate them.
Yeah.
They have to try to make them
Not
comfortable
very
around
human.
human beings,
Yeah.
and then they can start training them. So sometimes you get tigers on set. It's very cute.
My question is for both of you.
Hi.
When your agents first pitched this idea to you and wanted you to audition, what did you think of the concept? Did you think your agent was crazy? Did you think this was ridiculous? Nobody's ever going to watch this. What were you thinking? And how surprised are you that it has become this?
I was not in a position to be a guy like, no, I don't want it. It was really about, I was in a completely different headspace, and you're in something called pilot season, and you're auditioning for all of these potential shows that are going to get made into pilots, but they might not get picked up in a series. So there's 3 a day sometimes, and
3 auditions.
3 auditions a day. So you're kind of just drowning in material and praying for a job because you never know if you're going to become employed when you're an actor. So I wasn't even thinking in those terms. But once I was smart enough and done enough pilots in the past that I knew that NBC needed stuff, and I knew that genre TV has a really good chance of making it. And I also knew it was unlike anything else I'd read. It wasn't like another medical drama with some twists. It was like this had a personality to it, so it could completely stick out. I also knew that the executive producer, Sean Hayes, was very good friends with the head of NBC.
Well, I was excited because Grimm and Calf had come. They were writing on the X-Files, and then they did Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel together. And both were great shows. They were both big hits. And I also thought, well, this is kind of a really neat idea to do a procedural, but to do it with the format of a fairy tale. Because one of the things that's great about the show that I love is that it does really well internationally too, because it's not one of those shows that's easily lost in translation. We don't do as many as we did season 1 that were, more like Sleeping Beauty or Rumpelstiltskin, the ones that we're really familiar with. But fairy tales are all about generally a young protagonist trying to find his way home, and I think that's something that's very easily relatable in one format, in one form or another. So.
Me, finally.
I know, man.
Welcome to Texas.
Thank you, brother. It's good to be here.
What are your, both of you, best and worst moments filming?
Best moment filming. I can tell you probably the worst. Sometimes it gets cold outside. And we have to shoot a lot of nights. Okay, end of season 1. Season 1 is a blur to me. I worked a lot, I did not sleep much, and whatever. So our last season, I'll talk about our scene. When I take Juliet to the trailer, it was freezing out. And I was so tired. We were all so tired. And they had to do this rain scene, so we had a rain machine.
It wasn't just a rain machine.
It was dumping freezing cold water on us.
I had rubber boots on in this scene, and I'm not kidding. I took my sock out of it and then dumped it, and like just tons of water. It was torrential.
Yeah, it was like hanging out in the waterfall,
yeah,
freezing cold.
It was insane.
And trying to say these like really personal lines from finally telling her, that was a rough moment. Anything with cold water. One of the best, boy, I mean, just getting the pilot was so wonderful. So I would say probably something in the pilot. I remember, it's kind of like, because I would watch TV and movies all the time, and then I dreamt about being an actor, and then trying to get on a show that you know is going to be seen by millions and millions of people. And it is an out-of-body experience when you're in front of these cameras for the first time. Boy, just probably the whole pilot experience for me. Yeah.
I really like the scene in season 1 where he proposes, and I said, say no. Not, I just thought it was a really...
It's happened now 4 times in various films and with us.
I just thought it was a really sweet scene, and it was a scene that really, you know, was not about the procedural stuff. It was really just about the relationship between two people who really love each other very much.
Yeah. That stuff's a little easier to connect to than some of the police procedural stuff as an actor.
Hi guys. My question is actually for both of you. He thought of the question, but he didn't want to ask it.
Nice.
I'm sure he's happy you're not talking about it.
My question is, speaking of your off time, what kind of shows are you all DVRing or that you all are into right now?
Game of Thrones. I'm really into Game of Thrones. I'm super into Homeland. The Daily Show,
Sopranos, dude.
Frontline, Sopranos.
We've been watching, neither of us, we live down the hall from each other in Portland. Like, several of us live in the same building. And neither one of us has seen The Sopranos so we started watching together. What do I watch? Oh, Derek. Derek, it's like this,
Ricky Gervais.
nobody sees it. It's very cute, yeah. Arguably offensive, but also very sweet. What am I watching? I like how you said Frontline. Like a 98-year-old man. Oh boy. Oh, I was very into True Detective.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was a great film. I thought that was beautifully shot.
Apparently Brad Pitt's doing the next season.
Yeah.
I just heard.
Interesting how.
Well, you know, I think coming off of Matthew McConaughey. Plus, he's kind of hard to watch him do anything besides look pretty.
She's talking about me. Yeah, that's what we're watching.
Hi, I really love this show. I'm a great fan.
Thank you.
And the question I have is, it's kind of a twofold question, and it's really one y'all and both y'all. It seems that every room can draw really well.
In the exact same way.
And, so one is that a room trade, or is that just a coincidence? And the other are all of those things that are in the books. Do you actually have books with that in there, or is that all just in you?
I think the Grimm coincidence is more of a production coincidence. The books are real, and they're very cool. And we have a woman who graduated from like art school and was like, I don't know what to do. And she's got this job where now she gets to create all of our, you know, these beautiful drawings and this, basically the soul of our show. So she creates all of that, and there are many, many books filled with those drawings. Why doesn't Nick read about some of the other creatures that he's not investigating that day? You know. Why doesn't he digitize this stuff? You have to do something. But in the beginning, they're like, look through the book, you know, look through the book, and there was like only one drawing in it, so I can like, flip to one page, go back, and flip to the same page again. So now it's kind of getting built up. Yeah.
plot lines are great, and the personal plot lines are really, really well written. I think there are like over 200 Grimm's fairy tales. Are y'all going to continue to explore characters and the strange features of those kind of stories down the road? And would y'all ever consider doing Grimm on the road, where like you do Grimm in Texas or Grimm in...
Like dinner theater?
Literally would put you up at their house and take care of you. This is good people in here, so. That's a funny question.
I would love, I know that season 1 they were doing a lot of the better known fairy tales like Sleeping Beauty or Little Red Riding Hood. It'd be nice to, I know they haven't done Snow White or more yet, they're still trying to be. I'd like to see more of that, but what we do, I mean, the quotes, it's usually kind of fun, the quotes at the beginning of the episode. I Google them, like, what are we doing? And sometimes they're related and sometimes they're not, but we had one that was a Haitian legend, and so yeah, they're trying to branch out and make it a little more international. And I think one of the things that has been great is that a couple of us speak other languages, and so they, Sasha, for example, speaks French and Russian, and they've found ways, Reggie with the Tagalog, to incorporate different cultures.
Yeah, something fun also is that we've been just creating new fairy tales, which is like, it fits with the story's conceit, which is, I'm a Grimm, these aren't fairy tales, these are stories, I'm just writing them down. And so now we can kind of create new things. Anything that we're not going to get sued for is what we'll put on that source material. And as far as Grimm on the Road goes, listen man, once this thing ends, I will, for any amount of money, I will solo performances. I gotta think long term. If that looked like a Nazi salute, it was not.
We got time for 2 more questions, one here and then.
Hi, I love the show. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much for that birthday prohibition.
My question is, will you consider maybe Jodie in the movie Romantic Black too?
Well, I think a simple Google search will actually show you what could have been that audition. I was once on a reality show called Road Rules back in the day, and I had to do one of our missions was a striptease in a gay club in Auckland, New Zealand, and it was awkward. But there are photos of that, so. Oh gosh, stripes. Yeah, no offense to anybody else who wasn't wearing stripes. Thank you.
I follow you guys on Twitter, and I know this post a lot, and I see on all the meeting parties at home and watch the show or various things. But as far as the show, personally, where would y'all like to see your characters go, and who is your favorite character on the show? As David,
Oh, gotcha. Got it.
I think it would be pretty fun at some point to get knocked up by this gentleman and just see what happens.
Yeah.
Like what would
Like a little, little Grimble. Little baby Grim.
He's got like some parted hair. That would be fun, yeah.
Reversal.
It could be a lady. Was a callback. Okay, wait, who's your favorite character? Really? Oh, that's so sweet. Whereas, can Monrosa Lee be one character? They're so sweet, aren't they? Bree is so sweet. Every time she talks, it looks like, if you pan down, it looks like she could be baking a pie. She's just got that warm smile. It's great. Oh, where do I want him to go? Oh my God, where do you want your character to go? Oh, you want to get knocked out?
That's going to be so quoted out of context.
Where does Nick Burkhardt want to go?
Do you want to be knocked out as a room?
All right, okay. Someone actually brought up a really good story point, which was, not that I want to see Sasha die on the show, but the captain was shot, right? Spoiler alert. Burkhardt becomes the captain, right? Because we still want Sasha on the show, he becomes the comedic ghost character. He's like, he'll show up with a clown nose on, and ghost in my nose, and like moves things. So yeah, that might be kind of a fun little storyline.
Awesome, great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much.
Autograph areas, so if you want to get autographs, please go by.
Perhaps after a back.